uwager.lv, sportsbook, and casino. Sign up today at uwager.lv, the premier online sportsbook, taking wagers since 1998. The most player-friendly lines, weekly juice specials, and a true dime line in MLB. Unique casino platforms with thousands of games. Play poker, high stakes, low stakes, or tournament play. uwager.lv, what we offer. Free same-day payouts. Customer service and wagering support, 24/7, year-round. Free monthly rebates on your action and daily casino rebates. Contests, free bets, best bonuses, and giveaways. Generous referral program. Get an 80% free play bonus on your first deposit, up to $1,000. Sign up today, and use promo code SPORTSWEB. Remember, you can't win if you don't play.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, your post-game edition after your Tampa Bay Rays defeat the Minnesota Twins 7-0. 25 games over 500. How do we start off the Sports Web as we always do here on a Monday and Wednesday? But you know what? I felt like we should go live here because we got Tampa Bay Ray in the building. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. So what do you think, Rays fans? Open phone lines if you want to talk about your Tampa Bay Rays and their big win tonight over the Minnesota Twins. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. The other number, 727-409-7528. Again, 727-409-7528. Zach Eflin, 9 Ks tonight, 8-1 for the season, 2.97 ERA. Right up there with Shane McClanahan. And I tell you right now, he's definitely in the conversation as a all-star, beyond a shadow of a doubt. So, guys, I definitely want to hear from you. Let's go out to this guy. Let's not waste any more time here with all, the intros and everything like that. Your Tampa Bay Rays are 25 games over 500. If I hear crickets tonight, I'm going to be upset. I am. All right, let's go out to Tampa Bay. Ray, welcome to the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, my friend. And you know what? This game is kind of what they've been all year around, right? I mean, they don't necessarily get off to the best start, and then in those middle innings, boom, 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 right there, and then all of a sudden you turn around and it's pizza time, and I feel like, Papa John's is losing money on this team because every time this team scores 6 runs or more, you get free pizza, so it's pizza time for all Rays fans.
Well, first of all, Pete, let me go and report to you right now. Papa John's is making enough money on my family alone, the Kennedy family, that they're taking care of all those pizzas. But, I take you back to a snapshot in time. The Rays signed Zach Eflin to the biggest free agent contract in the history of this team. And the moment that happens, I'm starting to dig in. I'm looking at this guy, the former Philly. What did the Rays see in him? What did Eric Neander? What did our Rays see that he would be such an important cog to this team? And, of course, his wife, Lauren, and him have the twins. They live from Orlando. And they're right here. It's like a home. So you get a guy like Zach Eflin. He comes in here with the talent, the skill that this pitcher has. The Rays knew this. So as we're talking about Brujan now filling in a second for Brandon Lau, who's now on a 10-day whatever, and with Brandon Lau was that last big free agent contract these Rays signed, you're not going to hit a home run on them all. I think the jury's still out on Brandon, but again, the biggest free agent signing this offseason in the history of this team was Zach Eflin. And the guy does nothing but pitch 6 innings, gives our bullpen a rest, and comes through in the clutch. And that's part of the reason why these Rays are the best team in baseball in 2023.
You're absolutely correct. Again, the first team, 25 games over 500.
44-19. What?
It starts out with Jose Siri with the great catch there. You have Luke Raley with a triple. It's not the first time we've seen this big guy run. This guy can run. He can steal some bases. And I tell you right now, I've been very critical of the Rays. I felt like they should have went out and got a bat. They got a bat. It's Luke Raley, 11 home runs. He hits a home run later.
Wow.
He sets up that first run with the triple, and then, of course, Randy Arozarena follows up with, like he always does, and he's been in these clutch situations all year round with an RBI single. I mean, it's so big, and it was a controversial call because if you look at it, it's very close there, Tampa Bay Ray, to being foul, but they call it. It's not a reviewable play, so Raley gets that break. He gets the triple. And then you have Bentoncourt with an RBI there. Also in that bottom of the fourth, you got Vidal. Brujan with an RBI bunt makes it 3-0. And then the bottom of the fifth, Luke Raley with his 11th home run of the year. Amazing.
So let me tell you about Raley. So I love what Kevin Cash says in his post-game comments tonight. He's like, Luke Raley's, because this is the biggest guy on this team. This is the biggest Ray on your Tampa Bay Rays 2023 best team in baseball. And Kevin Cash says in the postgame, he's not the kind of guy. He's not the kind of guy. Kevin Cash, former catcher himself with the Red Sox, with the Florida State Seminoles, and now your manager, the best manager in baseball. I would post here on a Tuesday night here, Taco Tuesday. But he says, Staley's not the kind of guy, or Raley's not the kind of guy you want to get in front of. And that's your bat. And I mean, that seems to be everything with this 2023 Rays team. It just feels like
Let's go out to the phone lines. Let's lead it off here. Fat Mike from 1252 Chicago Sports is leading it off tonight as your Tampa Bay Rays, well, not your Tampa Bay Rays, but your White Sox, I believe, helped out by beating the Yankees. Is that an official score there? Welcome to the evolution, my friend.
It is an official score. The White Sox won 3-2. Giolito going through a no-hitter through 6 against the Yankees tonight. And it got a little scarce. It was 3-0 Sox, and they ended up winning 3-2.
Nice. There you go. So the Yankees get beat by the White Sox. I heard everybody in the AL East lost tonight except the Tampa Bay Rays. So a good start. Also, another statistic out there, an opening game series. When the Rays play that opening game, 11-0.
And Pete, you talk about that the pitcher getting ahead in the count, that first strike so important. You're talking about the first game in all these series being 11-0. I mean, there's so many things we're going to look back to, and I hope that, and you guys know, guys and girls know, I always tell you, it's about the journey as much as the destination. Enjoy this, and there's going to be the summer dog days. There's going to be those dog days of summer. This, I didn't say the Rays would lead being first from the start to the finish. It just appears that way here in early June.
Yeah, it does. Fat Mike, what do you have to say?
Just call him and say, hey.
All right, man. Well, appreciate the call.
Brother, thanks for the White Sox. Thank you there, Mike.
Let me ask you, what do you think about this Tampa Bay Rays team now? 44-19. Once again, 25 games over 500. Pretty amazing, right?
A special team, very special team. I just hope they can put it together. Their run differential is fantastic. Like you mentioned earlier, they're 11-0 on the season to start the series. It's a good team. It's something that it's never really been seen before. I've only seen this a couple of times. Once the '84 Tigers, and then once the 2016 Cubs.
Yeah,
I mean, you're talking about a team right now that's actually absolutely killing it. The pitching has been fantastic. The hitting has been timely. Get them on, get them over, get them in. They're playing small ball. They're playing that type of baseball, which is what you want, which is what I've lagged, which is something that I've wanted for years.
Well,
Mike, you talked about the Cubs there, And the Cubs, they get that monkey off their back there with Jim Madden as their general manager. And
Joe Madden.
Joe Madden.
Joe Madden.
Well,
Yeah, and his brother Jim, but Joe. That's all right, Ray. It's
Well,
late.
yeah, it's crazy out here in front of the brass captain here in Madeira Beach. I'm having a great time here tonight. The great staff here across the street, the Saltwater Hippie, and then Kenny, the owner here for both bars. But I want to ask you, because we know you're a White Sox, you're a South Side guy, Mike. But when the Cubs win that World Series, doesn't it? Maybe I'm asking this question both now and then back in when the Cubs win that World Series. Can White Sox cross over and still root for a Cubs team to get that monkey off their back when they get that championship, or is it always just White Sox Cubs?
No, they cannot.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
like if you're a true, I'm a diehard Cub fan, Ray. I'm a diehard Cub fan. I'm a South Side guy with North Side ties.
He's a Southie. I get it.
I hope the Chicago White Sox lose every single game.
Well, hopefully Harry the Greek is not listening. Fat Mike, thanks a lot for the call. As always, my friend here on the Evolution. We'll see you tomorrow night. All right, my friend?
Take care.
All right, appreciate it.
Now, Pete, go back to Brujan.
Yeah.
Brujan tonight had what I think was probably the play of the game. I'm on MLB.com. I'm on the way down. I had to work, of course, tonight at UPS, and I wanted to talk about this 7-0 victory over these Minnesota Twins. And Brujan, who's, of course, again, filling in for Brandon Lau there at second base, first and third, he has the bunt. Wow. Laying down a bunt in today's baseball. We don't see that very often, a team playing small ball that has the ability to play long ball, and he gets the hot play, the hot corner play at home there. I mean, this is exciting baseball. Am I not right?
Absolutely correct. And again, it goes back to that statistic. When is the last time a Major League Baseball team, Ray, led the league in not only home runs and stolen bases, the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers? I mean, that's what we're talking about here, Tampa Bay Rays fans. Open phone lines if you want to talk about this win tonight. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. The other number, 727-409-7528. Again, 727-409-7528. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Best of the Bay, Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy, as your Tampa Bay Rays win 7-0 over the Minnesota Twins. Of course, game 2 tomorrow night. Let's go out to the phone lines here. I believe this is Eric. Eric, is this you? Welcome to the Evolution.
Yeah, how do you know?
Well, I got your number saved there in case somebody tries to prank
Our guy,
you.
Eric.
Yeah. What's going on,
What's up,
buddy?
Eric?
I was thinking about doing that, but
Well, stand by, Eric. Let me put you on hold really quick. Welcome to the Sports Web. We got Eric on the other line, and then we'll come back out to you. Stand by, okay? All right, so we got somebody on the line. I don't know who it is, but Eric, go ahead. Give me your thoughts on tonight's win over the Twins.
man, 2 home runs today. Amazing.
Well, yeah, and I mean, that's been the story of this team also. The long ball, you got Luke Raley with 11, as we talked about, and your guy, hey, Siri, hit me a home run. Siri does it once again.
My guy.
Yeah, and I tell you right now, guys, I throw this statistic out there. Luke Raley shot 450 feet. Jose Siri shot 457 feet. This is the first time the Rays have hit multiple 450-foot home runs in the same game
Wow.
since 2015.
Pete, Eric, let me do a shout out to Jay Retcher, of course, from the J and Z show there from 12 to 3 on 95.3 WDAE. And I got a chance to call in today. And Jay, thank you for the shout out for what we do here, because we love what you do there. And just the fact that you have a chance to tune in and you're enjoying what we're doing here, we appreciate that so much. But I said to Jay, talking about Jose Siri, go back to that game 2 weeks ago, or Eric, I wanted to ask you, Eric, against the Dodgers, where Siri's just waiting at the plate. And the Dodgers pitcher becomes set at the 16-second mark, of course, with the new pitch clock here in 2023. And he goes all the way down to 1 second. And Aaron Jacobson, of course, from the Pat and Aaron show on 95 WDAE 95.3, he's actually in the stadium, and I heard it on TV. And maybe you guys did too, Eric. I'm asking you. You heard someone say, throw the ball. The pitcher goes down to 1 second trying to utilize that pitch clock, throws the pitch, and then Siri parks it in center field. Isn't that, Eric, part of the reason why these Rays are the best team in Major League Baseball in 2023?
Good point. Good point.
But here's my thing. Everybody has the same advantages. Everybody has the exact same thing. The pitch clock, the pitch count. Everyone got the same thing, but nobody has an advantage. in my opinion.
He's exactly right, because everybody is going under the same rules. But these Rays, say whatever you want to about them, I use this term because I was well, let me just say this. I use this term because I was nearly a Marine, and their motto was adapt and overcome. Okay, you're going to take the shift out of the game. Okay, we're going to adapt and overcome. All right. Pitch clock, stolen bases. Okay, we're going to adapt and overcome. That's exactly what this Rays team.
And when you got the best pitching rotation in Major League Baseball, you can imagine this team. Go back to like March, right? The team's first reporting down here, and you got the guys working. You got Walls. You got the guys working on their own individual batting practice because they brought themselves up. Is how the Rays bring in the bats in 2023. But they bring in a team in March. They're over here, at the Nemoli or wherever they're pitching or training, and they're like, okay, we got the best pitching rotation. Springs, Rasmussen, Eflin. We got, Tyler Glasnow's coming back, and we still have Sugar Shane McClanahan. Listen to what these pitchers are saying about this clock. And somehow this 2023 Rays team, the best team in Major League Baseball, said, all right, here's the rules. It's new. We got the best pitching rotation in baseball. This is how they're affected by it, and this is how we're going to utilize this to make our team better. And that's what I think you're seeing with the Rays here in 2023.
All right, Eric, we got to run. Hey, thanks a lot for the call. All right. Yes, go ahead.
Let's get to these rumors, man. Rays, a lot of people think Rays are cheating, and that's bullshit.
Okay, easy with the cursing, but okay, I appreciate the passion.
Hey, that's passion. Yeah. That's passion. Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
I appreciate you, buddy. All right, thanks a lot for the call.
Yeah, you too, man.
All right, let's go ahead and move on. Welcome to the Evolution after your Tampa Bay Rays defeat the Minnesota Twins 7-0. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Peter, it's Cole from Lakeland. What's going on?
What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Welcome to the Sports Web. How do you feel about your Rays tonight? 25 games, over 500. How you feeling, my friend?
That sounds so good.
Yeah, it does.
Right? I mean,
it does.
Right? I mean, what do you take out of this game tonight? What do you take out of this whole season?
Miguel Brujan is doing well. And when he's doing well, we can do nothing wrong. This guy has been dog crap for most of his career with the Rays at the major league level. And seeing him do well, it's infectious. This entire team is so deep from everywhere you want to look. Starting pitching, the lineup. As I said in the comments, this team is 15 guys deep. They don't have a bench. They have starters that don't start.
Yeah.
Let me ask this question.
So deep.
Go ahead,
Ray. Do the Rays, is not some of this success due to the fact that that Kevin Cash and Eric Neander and the Rays can sit there and they can go to these guys and they can say, do you guys realize this is where we are in the pecking order? Our salary's way down here. We're not the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Dodgers, the Houston Asterisks.
Yeah.
But this is where we are. And are these Rays year in and year out able to because to be honest, at the end of the day, it's Tampa Bay. And I know we're talking about all of Florida, and stuff, but it's Tampa. So you're going to come to Tampa Bay. You're going to play in a small market with a big heart team, and you're going to be able to go in and day out and say to the rest of the league, it's not always so much how much the salaries cost for your players. It's not the dog in the fight. It's the fight in the dog. And these Rays have a lot of fight in these dogs, don't they?
They do. They do. And you know what's awesome is you might say, well, they have a shortcoming when you get beyond the A bullpen or whatever. But we haven't even gotten to trade deadline. You don't think this team's going to go out and get a bullpen?
Say it again. Say it again for the people in the back who don't believe it, because I continue to say this. Eric, right? I continue to say this, and Ray's holding his ears right now. If you have an opportunity to make that big move, to get over the top and make your bullpen better, you better make that move. Say it again for the people in the back, Eric.
They're going to make a move when the trade deadline comes. They're going to make a move, and if there's one thing I can trust this Rays team to do, I mean everything else they're teaching me to trust them this year.
Right.
But they have a history of building a bullpen out of guys, out of Tom, Dick, and Harry that you've never heard of.
True. It's absolutely true.
And that goes all the way back to 2008.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. That's one thing. When a pitcher gets traded here to the Tampa Bay Rays, they know something that Everybody else doesn't know. Go
So
ahead.
let me ask you guys this.
Way it works in reverse.
Right. That's very, very, very true.
So what if a Shohei Ohtani, right? He's going to get a $600 million contract in 2024. But what if the Angels and Shohei, what if the Angels want to make sure that for future prospects that come to this team, they want to realize that, look, we're not going to rain on your parade. We're going to work with you. We're not going to sign Ohtani. He's the best player maybe in baseball, pitcher, hitter, smacker. What if an Ohtani wants to, you know what? Look, I'm going to get that big contract in 2024. I want to go hunting for a championship in 2023. What if Ohtani could be both a pitching and also a bat for a Rays team? Now, I'm not saying the Rays are giving up the farm for an Ohtani. It has to be like on the Angels end, willing to make a deal. But wouldn't that be something that would be crazy here as we get toward that trade deadline?
Yes, yeah, there you go. It's not happening, Ray. You're exactly right. I know it's wishful thinking at the end of the day. He is one of the best players in the game, if not the best player in the game. He's going to get a big-time contract, whether it's with the Angels or the Yankees or somebody like that. It would be great if he were a Ray, but it's not happening. I'm just saying, if you have to make a big move like this caller is saying, and he's a great caller, so you could definitely call back anytime you want to. You can call back twice here on the Sports Web, by the way, if you like. But I agree with them. You got to make that big move. You got to go all in. But right now, fellas, we've got to enjoy it because 44-19, not too bad in the AL East that basically all the teams are beating each other up.
And you know what? What's going to make it even better is because we're not going to play the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Toronto Blue Jays, and all the rest of these division, this crazy division, 18 times.
Yeah.
I have been squeezed for a balanced schedule for a
Yes.
So glad that they're back to a balanced schedule.
All right, good stuff.
Because here's the thing, and I want to follow that up. He's right with the balanced schedule because if you're going to have wild card teams, and now it's not just about winning the pennant. Back in the day, you won the pennant. You were the representative of your division in the World Series. These days, we're going to an expanded playoff format. Playoffs. And we're going to bring in wild card teams, and any team can get hot at the right time. But I love what he said, a balanced schedule in 2023 among all the other things in Major League Baseball that's changed is one of them. And it's not just because the Rays are doing so well with it. I would beg to differ and ask a fan of any team in the league if the balanced schedule isn't a good thing. I think you would find at least a majority that would say yes.
AL East.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care. Good night, Peter.
All right, man. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you as
night,
always.
Ray.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot for the call as always. There. Tell you what, let's go back out to these comments because we haven't read them tonight. Roger Shue back tonight first. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Tampa Bay who? It's the Tampa Bay Rays. There you go. Jeremiah says, hello, everyone. What's going on, Shadow?
Jeremiah.
Frank Fury says, raise up, raise up. Ben Cornett says, pretty soon they're going to name that street after Ray Kennedy. And Ray, you keep on doing it, my friend. Getting shouted out today by Jay Retcher and, of course, Zach Blobner on the J and Z show on 95.3 FM and 620. Keep on doing your thing, my friend. It's only the first week of June. Calm down, boys. Roger, listen, your Cubs are done. It's okay if you want to be a Rays fan. Stop with the trolling, okay?
This guy sucks.
Misador says, how about that Knowles softball team? Absolutely.
Yes.
Talk about money well spent. This team is so deep. They don't have bench guys. They have starters. They don't start. And I think
that's that comment. Yes.
What's going on, Ray, says Roger Shue. Is that a Kyle Trask sitting back there behind Ray? No, I meant sitting behind Baker. Stop at me. Roger says, Ray, where's the Rays half shirt? We ain't doing that, Roger. Stop with that.
Shut up!
No. Don't do that.
We'll get there.
Rays looked amazing today. Misador says it never feels good when the Cubs win. Misador says, shut your mouth, Fat Mike. Roger, always Sox or Cubs, not both. Eric, again, 2 home runs today was great. Again, we talked about that, going back to what Eric said. Luke Raley with his 11th of the year. He's been a big-time story of this lineup. And then once again, Jose Siri with his 11th of the year.
And I wish I had the numbers, but they were talking on a postgame about Luke Raley's from third to home plate and the speed with which he ran. So let's go back to the Dodgers series. Luke runs down that play. He's playing right field. No, I'm sorry, left field. And he runs down that big play and makes that big out and saves the Rays from giving up 2 runs in that pivotal game, which gave the Rays that series versus their nemesis, the 2020 nemesis, those LA Dodgers. And you're talking about a guy with Luke Riley's size, Luke Riley's speed, and then Luke Riley's bat. And the fact of the matter is, this guy's playing all over the place because he plays fundamental baseball. And again, it's just one of those things that in 2023, as a Rays fan, you're looking at this team and you're going, just so many things to like. Let me enjoy it all. And let's take a time because, again, the journey, not just the destination.
Absolutely. I love it. Roger says, I miss small ball. You got small ball with this team. Fat Mike says, I was about to call in again and give the answer. Troy, sorry I'm late, guys. I'm having a late work discussion with our boss, Anthony. No, you're not. Was a great show until you got here. Christopher Cole says, hey, what's going on, Christopher?
Yeah.
And again, I don't want people to think, this is just a Bucs show because the majority of the time we do talk about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but we have to give respect to this team, the Tampa Bay Rays this year. Once again, 25 games over 500. How sweet it is. All right. Roger says, hey, Chris, welcome in. Okay, I'm not reading that one. That's stupid. Rays team better than the World Series team a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I know it's early in the process, but go ahead and give me some analysis here of where Eric is going with this. Do you think this team could they be better than that World Series? I know it's early, but the way they're made up, do you think they're better at this point?
Well, because we're not just rookies here. Baseball has been in Tampa Bay and St. Petersburg since 1918 when Mayor Al Lang starts inviting the Cardinals and the Yankees. So we're not new to this. We understand how this works. We didn't have a horse in the game or skin in the game at that point. We used to root for the Cardinals. We used to root for the Yankees, and we still kind of maybe are supposed to, but yeah, hell no. But the fact of the matter is, we've said this all along. We've got the rest of June, July, August, the dog days of summer. Baseball is literally defined by those summer days where you got teams that go through streaks. But the thing is that we're just every day that this team has another victory as they get to 44-19. Every day that Zach Eflin and Sugar Shane McClanahan and then even a Taj, Bradley, even as these pitchers come in here and continue to do this, the Rays continue to put themselves into a situation where when those dog days of summer do come, we have a chance to be able to overcome them. Is this team better than 2020? That team in 2020 in the bubble, dealing with COVID and being able to get to the American League Championship Series and then representing the American League against the Dodgers, that was a great team, historical team for Tampa Bay. So far in 2023, no, Peter, you and I talked about this for the season. We talked about the hit show. We talked about McCracken. We talked about Jose Canseco. This team right here, we've never seen a Rays team with an offense to go with the best pitching in Major League Baseball and great defense. This is the best team in the history of your Tampa Bay Rays.
I'll tell you right now, they're looking like it. And again, a lot of people will say they haven't won a World Series yet. They haven't got to the World Series yet, but talent-wise and the kind of start they've had in 2023 has been amazing. Let's hear from you Rays fans out there. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. The other number, 727-409-7528. Again, 727-409-7528. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Best of the Bay, Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, live there in Madeira Beach. I know that neck of the woods. Had a little bit of time there when a long time ago when I was a kid over there in John's Pass. Just saying with Dad. So
yes, sir.
Tonight, 3 hits, struck out 9 over 6 2/3 of innings. I guess you look at both of these pitchers, right? McClanahan and Eflin. I mean, they've been the story of this pitching staff. And like you mentioned, Taj Bradley, the way he pitched the other day, it seems like he's coming into his own. And you would expect that, Tyler Glasnow hopefully can stay healthy because if he can, that's a pretty good 4 there in that rotation. Again, Eflin tonight, just amazing. Tell you what, let's hold off on that comment. Let's go out to the tribal troll. Go ahead and acknowledge him.
Acknowledge me.
Mr. Roger Shue, welcome to the Evolution for your Rays.
Roger.
It's the game after the Rays beat the Twins 7-0. Yes, go.
Good show, guys. All right, comparisons with the 2016 Cubs. They were amazing. This team, I think if they went head-to-head, as much as I hate to say it, they would probably beat the Cubs.
Ooh. Wow.
The only thing that's gonna stop this team is injury.
Well, and it's going to be injury and it's going to be bullpen because they've had, we saw it creep up on Saturday where they blew a 4-0 lead. We saw it early on in this year where you blew a lead versus the New York Yankees. And I think that's where the big-time question, and that kind of crept up tonight with Jalen Beeks, who's been a little bit up and down, but he's able to get out of that situation where, once again, you have your fifth shutout of the season if you're the Tampa Bay Rays, and also at home, 27-6, a major league best home record. I mean,
how many times has this Rays team batted around the order? We've seen like all 9 batters come up in an inning. It's like used to be we measured that on the season, and we're only a third of the way through the 2023 season, and this Rays team is doing it like just at a consistent level. It's been fun, Roger, right?
Absolutely. All right, I got to admit, I'm full of crap. The Cubs are to beat the crap out of the Rays.
Okay, so
get the hell out of here, Roger.
Why are you going to say that for?
This guy
See,
sucks.
this is what you get for here. This is what you
Oh
get.
my God! Who the hell cares?
Somebody would have milked a cow. That would have been a fire. The Cubs would have been on another 100-year, curse for 100 years. So don't even go there.
What
It's
he's
going to be
saying.
another 100 years. Trust me.
Well, come on now. I'm not ready to say that. Hopefully it's not another 100 years for your miserable
I
self.
don't care. I'll be dead before they win it again.
Well, no, you'll probably be around forever now. I mean, what are you, about 180 now in dog years? So how old are you?
178.
Dog years.
All right, what else do you want, man?
Ray, by the way, I love the Rays half shirt.
No, don't do that. Don't. Okay. No.
Come on.
No.
I work hard for that.
You need to attract a female audience.
No.
You need Ray.
We don't need Ray with that.
Roger,
Nonsense.
who wants to say that I'm not trying to attract a male audience. Roger, do not judge me.
The views have gone up right now ever since I went off of
Because of that. That's why.
out of here with that nonsense. All right.
Peter's jealous. Ray has abs
Listen.
and he doesn't.
Listen here, tribal troll. Quit starting that stuff. Stop stirring it up. I don't need to hear that from you.
We're trying to get a female audience built up
Okay,
here.
well,
we
your
need
female
Ray.
audience if I hang up on you, that would be what the female audience would like at
All
this
right, you
point.
guys. I'm gonna keep watching. Have
All
a
right,
great
man.
rest of the show.
Appreciate
Roger, good talking to you, brother.
Good stuff there from Roger Shoe.
Yeah.
Let me give him the Ric Flair. Rays win tonight, 7-0 over the Minnesota Twins. I mean, going back to it, you get up. Let me go back to these numbers. 35-7, Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. When you score first, and get this, when the Rays score four runs or more, 39-7. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, again, I want to go ahead and preface this by saying we understand that no, go ahead, brother.
Yep, let me go out to Curtis, who is a Red Sox fan, my friend, but you're on you're on the Rays post-game edition here of the Sports Web. Yes.
Wait a minute. Who has something slick to say in the background?
Oh, I said it. Your favorite host right here.
No. Not you. The other person.
Oh, Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy?
Wait, what did I say?
Now, wait a minute, Tampa Bay Ray. I know you didn't say about me being a Red Sox fan.
Oh, no. But I said, but again, for the third consecutive year, the Rays have won the series, the season series versus the Red Sox, even with still 7 games to go against them.
Sir, listen, let me tell you something.
Okay.
I can understand that, and I'll give you your little funky ass flowers about it. Okay.
Okay.
But when you win a championship, then you come holler at me, man.
Okay.
Curtis here on the Evolution. All right, so that's a fair point. And who knows? The Rays have an opportunity in their 25th year to do it. Yes.
No, I'm gonna be honest with both of you.
Yes.
I've been watching the Rays this year. They look great.
All right.
My thing is, don't be great now and run out of steam later.
Well, I mean, and that's what co-host Terry, the Greek professional handicapper extraordinaire, 1252 Chicago Sports, has said. He would like to see them save this a little bit. I agree with you, but I do think this team is so talented, when it comes to defensively pitchers, but they have to stay healthy. Agree.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
And I'm gonna take my hat off to those guys. These guys are winning with guys who are, I don't want to call them nobodies. They're somebodies, but these guys are not big name players.
They're not.
These guys are out here. These guys are out here throwing the ball and hitting the ball.
Yeah.
And that's literally what the game is about nowadays.
Yeah.
That's literally
and then Curtis, it's that small market mentality. I mean, we saw it when we went against the Yankees a couple of weeks ago. And of course, as a Red Sox fan, Jarrett Cole and Aaron Judge.
Somebody just came by and gave me the piece. You got to grab those fans that are coming by, man. You got to get their
but Jarrett Cole and Aaron Judge alone are $76 million a year, and the entire 74. The entire Rays team is $76 million. So I love that Curtis was sharing because hey, I like the Red Sox too, bro. I rooted for Dave Price as a Red Sox because not only was he a former Ray, but I like good baseball, and he had a chance, and there was some decent baseball there. But
that guy right there, that guy in the back of you.
That's my dad, actually.
I was super happy David Price won a ring because that year in Tampa where he was pitching lights out and they pulled him. I was like, that is probably the dumbest move I've ever seen in baseball in my life. My life. And I'm 37 years old. I've been watching baseball for a long time.
Wow.
But that is possibly the dumbest move I've seen in baseball in my life.
I'm not going to argue that, I'm not going to argue that, Curtis. What I'm going to say, though, is that remember what we talked about just last night again with Evan Bushman from Rays Rewind, a great podcast, a great guest last night, Peter. I think you'd agree that we were talking about the fact that the Rays have always been a by the analytics team, from Madden to Cash. But in 2023, it seems like they're saying, look, we respect analytics, but we realize you got to let the kids have a little fun to have a chance to get over that hump. And that's what the 2023 Rays seem to be doing. And I think, Curtis, that's why guys like yourself, even a Red Sox fan, can say it's good baseball, because at the end of the day, whether you're a Red Sox, Cardinal, or whatever, baseball is baseball. Good baseball is fun to watch.
Listen,
it is.
Absolutely. Well, and you know what? Going back to what you said about the small market, and I hate to switch over to football real quick. I just told my buddy this at work. I said, you don't think with Tom Brady leaving that the market has dropped in Tampa? I said, look at it. We went from 5 primetime games a year to 2.
To 2. Well, at least you got 2, right? So you're not buying, and we'll definitely talk more about the Bucks.
Curtis is a Patriots fan, right?
No, Curtis is not a Patriot. He's a Bucks fan. You know what?
Listen, dude, he's gonna make me.
I'm kidding, Curtis. I love you, brother.
I do.
Well, Boston, there's.
I do want to give a shout out to my son today. He graduated from high school today, man.
Yeah, let me give him the raise.
Congratulations.
All right, tell us about your son here, because you've been bragging about him. And let me just say this, Curtis. He is a direct reflection of your parenting, my friend. He is, okay? You're a great dad, and you talk about your son, and I know how proud you are of him. So go ahead and shout him out a little bit.
Here's the thing. I have 2 sons. My oldest son, he is a guy. This is the way I have to worry. He's a nerd. That's who I am on the inside.
Okay.
I'm very knowledgeable. I can talk proper and stuff like that. And there was a time where he acted like he was so intelligent to where he didn't have to do his work.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, if you don't do, he's highly intelligent, but he just felt like he was bored with the stuff he was doing at school. I said, if you're bored with it, just do it and graduate. Because if you don't graduate, bro, what are you doing with your life?
Well, great. It's a great story, Curtis. And I tell you right now, congratulations to your son. Congratulations to your sons. And keep on watching the Rays. Maybe we'll switch over to a Rays fan over Red Sox.
I will tell you this.
Yes.
As long as they continue to pound the Yankees, I will root for the Rays.
Oh, there you go.
That's a win. That's a win.
I will.
And Curtis, let me tell you, my son, who also goes into high school this year, my oldest just graduated from the Ringling College of Art and Design, and I understand where you're going with the story you were telling, because it seems like our kids these days, if I could put their brains on a computer talk, it's like they're overclocking. These kids are so smart. They're too smart. They're too cool for school.
You know what it is? Hey, Pete, I know you don't have any kids. I'm gonna tell you one thing about it, Pete.
Yeah.
The thing about it is we were pushed to be the best that we can be.
That's it.
These kids don't even have to be pushed to be the best that they can be, and they still graduate high school.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yes.
Because it's like when you go to Okay, and I'm gonna use this because we're on Sports Web.
Yep.
I'm gonna use this. It's like
you're gonna make me cry, Curtis. Stop. You're gonna make me cry. Go ahead. Keep going.
It's like if you get recruited to Alabama, you think you're gonna instantly win the championship, instantly. But if you don't work hard for it, you're gonna get nothing.
Yeah. That's true, man.
And, you know,
that's what we do, though, Curtis. Right? We teach them. We give them the tools. We try to teach them, but we got to let them. And I'm sure our parents were the same way. We got to let them discover the things they're going to discover on their own. And as parents, we just give them all the tools we can, and then wish them the best. And it sounds like you did a pretty good job there, my friend.
I'm going to let you guys go, but before I let you guys go, I'm going to say this: I listen to how passionate Peter is about his father, and his father, how his father appreciates the man that he is. And I pay attention when Peter's mom is on, watching his show every time he's on. Guess what? His parents are still pushing him to be the best he can be. And that's what our parents will. A lot of these younger parents nowadays don't push the kids to be the best that they can be.
Yep. You're exactly right. And that's why my motivation is to do this show and to do shows like this. Yes, sir.
I shout out to your mother. Tell mom we love her. And we appreciate her being the mother that she is. And I know your dad is smiling on top of you every day, bro.
Oh, yeah. Every day, brother.
Oh, I appreciate you. You're
probably going here and keep watching. I'll probably call you guys back shortly.
All right, man. Love you, brother. Good stuff there. Curtis from Newport Richie, making everybody here emotional. And that's the thing, you know, and he would have loved this kind of deal. And he would have said, I know if he were alive today, he would have just been, why don't you talk more about baseball? And he would have called the show twice because he did a radio show. And that's what people don't understand. If you know the story of the Sports Web, we came up with this character, Rich from Clearwater, and we gave people the opportunity to call in twice because we were at a 1,000-watt radio station. And he said, you need to talk more about the Tampa Bay Rays. You talk too much about the Bucks, too much about football, too much about the NBA. So here you go, Dad. We're going to talk about the Tampa Bay Rays.
Hey, give it to me again, though, because that was one of my favorite things about when you were and Sean, a sports star, were over there. I got a chance to go over there and do a couple of shows with you guys. What was your shtick again? I say shtick because let's be honest, we're talking pregame race here, but let's pull it all off. Let's pull the curtain back. Let's show them the wizard. What was your shtick again? It was the best sports radio on your FM dial.
It's the most entertaining sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area on Saturday afternoons. It's the only FM sports talk show. Even though it was 1,000 watts, it was on FM.
Bro,
we gave you your own walk-up music. We let you call in twice, and we don't hang up on you like those other sports.
Well, and here's the reason why I love it. 1,000 watts, 100 watts, Tremonti watts, whatever you're talking about. Right? Nice. But the fact that it was an avenue that we were able to talk, and that's how I first actually met you, Pete. I mean, we had done it, we were talking, and I was with Buck Support, and we're like, okay, we're going to do this thing, but I got a chance to come up and meet you and Sean, and we did a thing there at the Tan Studios there up off of East Bay or whatever it is, and it wasn't so much the wattage, because I'm not, and I say this to my shows here today for Cup of Ray, I'm honestly doing my show for one person, the one person either that needs a laugh, that didn't realize they needed to just calm down, or maybe he's never seen the show. If one person can watch what we're doing here and go, hey, you know what, these guys are idiots like everybody else, but they make it entertaining, then we've succeeded. And that's what you were, brother. So I wanted to do a shout out because as we've been transferring with the PHP Studios, by the way, PHP Studios, if y'all want to lock down some serious podcasts, call my guy. But I saw this, I saw the Shauna Sports Dawns, and I realized the reason why for you, my brother, and I love you, is because it's taking you back into the studio. And I love the fact that you're going in there with reckless abandon. Let's just do this because no one else is doing this. We are doing this. And that is the reason why you need to get with us, because we're doing it and it's going to be great.
PHP Studio Network, bring your broadcast to life. Roger, call back in. If he doesn't call in, get on the phone lines if you want to. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. 0391. The other number, 727-409-7528. Again, 727-409-7528. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy, best of the Bay. Eric says Ray's best season ever. Me, Ray Kennedy never eats three gummies. Eric says, get Mr. by this year, get the best record. There you go. Roger says, only thing stopping this team is injuries. I agree with you. Great comment. Cole says, 40-20 in 2020. This team hasn't lost 20 yet, 44-19. Great stuff. Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Try to get some of those fans out there that are, okay, I guess Troy says, I'm going to sleep at baseball. I thought we were going to talk football. Well, we're not talking football every time you want us to.
You know what? Well, I mean, in all fairness, tell Troy that me and his mom will be talking football later. We call it pillow talk.
Okay, that's okay. There you
Oh,
go.
come on, he's a troll. I got to throw it out there.
Yes. All right. Let's go on to Cole again. Peter, never go split screen with Ray while the troll is on the line. Agree. Christopher says Cubs are a year or 2 years away from being a playoff team again. Roger says, I agree. Chris. Cole, it takes the Red Sox 80-plus years to win one. That's a fair point, although they've won a couple, so credit to them. And again, there's Red Sox fans here, there's Yankee fans here, but the more the Rays win and they continue to stack the W's, and if they win a World Series, and I'm looking at Papa John's right now and it's making me hungry, can't order it now. That's what happens, kids, when you get up there in age, but order it tomorrow night on the Wednesday.
I can order it. I'll order it right now. I have no problem.
I wouldn't do it if I were you, but I would definitely try to do it tomorrow night. Of course, if the Rays score 6 runs or more, you get half off a pizza or something like that.
No, it's a free. But what's this David Moser comment? Peter, I just got, put it back up there, Pete. I just got 3 more followers while on the Appalachian Trail. Is he really on the Appalachian Trail?
Yeah.
Wow, because my wife.
Yeah. Let's go out to Christopher Cole. Madden almost cost the Cubs Game 7 of the World Series.
Wow, it was close. That was close, but still, I mean, he gets them there. So he might have almost cost him that game, but he gets them that game, and they end up inevitably winning that World Series. So, don't look at gift horse now.
Deserves some credit on this because he's
my God,
and collect him. And there's a lot of Rays fans out there that have been critical to a certain degree in those high leverage situations. Do you think Kevin Cash deserves more credit than he gets? Because we talk about the hitters and the pitchers and everything else, even the bullpen, but you never really talk about Kevin Cash. He's one of the best managers in baseball, right?
Brother, quick story. Pete Gammons, of course, of ESPN, but he used to be of the Boston Globe. He used to go every time that he would cover the Boston Red Sox at home, he'd go there an hour and a half early, and they had what they called the Breakfast Club. And it was a group of 3 or 4 players that would meet with Gammons at home plate the day of a game, 3 hours before, and they would talk strategies. They would talk what was going on in the league. They would talk future, tendencies. And Peter Gammons will tell you, call Peter Gammons right now, and he'll tell you, Kevin Cash, who was playing catcher for the Boston Red Sox at the time, was one of the most trusted members that they called him the Breakfast Crew. And that just goes to show you the kind of manager you have in Kevin Cash. The former Seminole, the former Red Sox, a catcher at heart. But what he's doing for this team and just his demeanor and what he brings to these young players and his small market mentality, I'm going to stay with that just like I'm staying with Kyle Trask. We'll go there another day. But I'm just telling you, Kevin Cash.
Probably tomorrow night because you're going to kill me with the Kyle Trask.
Let's do it.
Happens, absolutely.
There's a lot of, hey, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Right. Well, you smoked a lot.
No, well, it's gummies, but yeah, I got you.
All right, let's see here. So Peter just got 3 more followers while I'm on the Appalachian Trail. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, sir. Christopher Cole, Madden almost cost the Cubs Game 7 of the World Series. Roger says Cubs won Game 7 on my birthday. Best birthday ever. Very cool.
Oh, yeah.
Roger says we love Mama Blake. We absolutely do.
Yes.
She's the best. That radio show on FM had like 8 listeners, but I tell you right now that those 8 listeners seemed like they were 80, 800. It was amazing times. Just going back and watching those times at the end of the day. And Sean was all about the Rays, and he did not feel the way I did. He felt like, look, you put it in their hands, they'll be able to make the moves. They're not going to spend a lot of money. I wonder what he would feel like this year, but we're a little away from that. Yes.
I go up, I get to Tan Studios. I walk in the first time I met you face to face. And of course, you're in the control booth because that's what you do, being a talented producer you are.
Well, that's the thing. If you were running this radio show, you had to run it yourself.
Bro, you did everything. I was watching you.
Yes.
But you put me over. I'm over in Studio B, right? I'm next to Sean of Sports Dawn. I'm sitting next to this cat. First of all, I'm honored to be next to Sean, just talking sport. And you're over there. And that's what I want to try to, if nothing else from you take away from this show here tonight, the fact that PHP Studios and what we're trying to do, we got the window, we got the dual room. You break it apart like you were when Sean and I were in the other room, and there's just something about the creativity that happens when you're in that studio environment. So really, I'm not trying to make this an infomercial for just PHP Studios, but at the end of the day, I kind of am, because I want you guys to understand how excited I am about getting into PHP Studios, and I'm excited because you all have the chance to get in there. Let's create some magic. There's not enough going on here in Tampa Bay. It's Tampa Bay, and let's have a good time. Let's do this.
Absolutely. Let's do this. The Rays win 7-0 over the Minnesota Twins. 25 games over 500. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. The other number, in case you can't get through, 727-409-7528. Again, 727-409-7528. As you are on the street there.
Peter, I got someone wants to talk to you.
All right, here we go.
This is Peter Blake. We're talking the Rays postgame. They won tonight versus Minnesota 7-0.
Get into
Yes,
that game.
I watched the game. It was a great game.
All right, give me your thoughts here. What's your name? Welcome to the Evolution. What's your name? And
My name is Steven Northup.
Okay.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, buddy. You're on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television live on I Love St. Pete, the hub and Amped Up Sports. What do you think, Steven, about your Tampa Bay Rays this year?
Well, I think we had a pretty good series in Boston.
Right.
And we didn't really show the bats. I figured we'd probably hit a little bit, few more home runs. But last night or tonight was great. A lot of home runs. Just the bats were going well, and just scoring runs. It was amazing.
It was amazing, and I tell you right now, to beat the Red Sox, and of course you mentioned it in the last series, you win 3 out of 4. Could possibly sweep that series if you don't blow a 4-0 lead on Saturday. But you hit no home runs in that series. You're just scoring runs. And tonight, the big-time stories have been Luke Raley with 11 and Jose Siri with 11. I got to ask, how long have you been a fan? And with that being said, were you a fan of Kevin Kiermaier? And when he left, were you disappointed with the Rays? You can't be now with Siri and the way he's playing, right?
Right. I'm from San Diego. I'm a Padres fan, actually.
Okay.
And I moved here 4 years ago and been a Rays fan ever since.
Good stuff. Good stuff here. So
yeah.
You're turning over. You're being a Rays fan, no longer a Padres fan.
No longer Padres, but they're a good team.
They are a good team. How do you feel about this team? And I know it's early in the process, but do you think they're special enough to win the World Series this year? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. For sure.
All right, my friend.
Yes.
Yes. Go ahead.
No, I just want to say thank you, and we're going to go across the street.
Well,
thank
have
you
a good time.
Okay.
Thanks a lot for coming on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, my friend. All right.
Definitely. All right. Have a good night.
Yeah, absolutely. Go friend me at Peter H. Blake if you want to watch this show or the replay of it. We're on Monday and Wednesday nights, and also the Rays post game. So, Steven, appreciate you.
No problem.
Right? All right.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
Rays up. Absolutely. There you go. Another fan is happy right there. Is having a good time.
Were you trying to sell him some knives or something?
He's trying to celebrate. He's celebrating here. I'm asking the poor guy.
A Padres fan. We converted him in less than a year, Pete. That's what these 2023 Rays are doing.
Anything and everything is possible in the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. We're making it come true, my friend. And like you said, PHP Studio Network, bring your broadcast to life. Get on this program right now. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. The other number, 727-409-7528. Again, 727-409-7528. After your Tampa Bay Rays in a easy victory. 2 hours. I mean, you got to love the new rules here, and there's no excuse. And look, I feel bad about this. I got my Rays beads on right here. We'll give you that information in just a minute.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And I got to get out to a Rays game. But the new rules, you got to love it. 2 hours in and out, pitching performance by Eflin, pitching performance.
But I will be there Saturday. Saturday's Pride Day for your Rays. Of course, we know how significant the city of St. Petersburg is with our Pride festivities every year in the month of June as we celebrate Pride. I will be there Saturday. I talked to Jay Retcher again today of the Jay and Z show on 95.3 WDAE, and he will be, of course, at the stadium Friday, Saturday, and Sunday versus these Texas Rangers when they come into town. So, Peter, I am issuing a formal invitation. Come down on Saturday and let me show you. Let's go to Ferg's. We'll have some of the best of the Bay wings. We'll talk to Coach. We'll tell Coach why he should be sponsoring a pre-half and post-game show for the Buccaneers in 2023. But come down, enjoy. Yeah, I've had a couple of beers. I'm having a good time. It's a matter for the brass captain and the saltwater hippie. The Rays are 44-19, and I'm like, what?
It's amazing. It's amazing. Absolutely.
Ooh, yeah.
Tampa Bay Rays again. Zach Eflin goes to 8-1, 2.97 ERA, 9 Ks tonight, completely dominating. He's done that all year long. I'm surprised he's lost one game. I'm surprised that Sugar Shane McClanahan has lost one game because you watch these guys, they go to the mound, they got pitching location, they use both sides of the plate, they use all their pitchers. And Eflin, and I didn't get a chance to talk about this last night. There's a story just came out, and he was asked about this. He was very close, and I know this is going to kill Curtis because Curtis just called in. Call back.
I know.
But Eflin was very close to being a Boston Red Sox.
Let me tell you. But the fact that, again, he's from Orlando, and Lauren and him just had the twins, and the fact that coming home meant that he could do, as a father. And I'm speaking now not only as I'm not a professional baseball player, but I did sleep at a Holiday Inn last night. Well, I'm talking about as a father. He's got the twins, and even Orlando. It's only an hour of down the I-4 corridor, but the fact that he comes in here, and again, nobody questioned. That's the thing about this, Peter, going into 2023. Nobody was like, what the hell is Eric Neander doing? What the heck are these Rays doing? We have a gluttonous pitching rotation as it is. Why are we signing this guy, Zach Eflin, to the largest free agent contract in Tampa Bay Rays history? And I think now when we see the fact that this kid's eating up 6 innings a game, and he even had the thing with the wedding ring, right? They said they had a problem with the wedding ring because they thought maybe it was giving him an advantage. They made him take it off, and Zach made a kind of a protest at the point. He's like, I've never taken this off, but he did so for the team. These are the things that go into the building blocks of a championship team. There are so many stories already to tell. And 2023, we're not even barely over a third of the way through. Stay tuned. It's going to be a great season. Keep it locked here on the Sports Web. We got you covered.
We definitely got you covered here. We'll try to get some pre-show here, but definitely go with the post-game show, especially when the Rays win. I want to go out to these comments here. It was a fun show. It was a fun show. It's still a fun show these days.
Always.
And we'll be back tomorrow night with Leo Haggerty, the legend.
Yes.
He wants to be on a second night. I think Tampa Bay Ray will also be in the building here. Week we'll have Kelsey Nicole Nelson, who's my favorite sports broadcaster out there, doing some work with Fox Sports and, of course, Peacock at 9:30, talking about the Rays, talking about the NBA, maybe some Bucks talk. And then at 10:20, we'll have Turnbuckle Talk with the Mancini brothers, as the Greek would say, with Mark Mancini, former XPW announcer, and, of course, Ralph Williams, bodyguard of the Berg. And you never know who's going to be on. And we talk professional wrestling. We talk about your Tampa Bay Rays and, of course, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the rest of the sports landscape, which I believe Game 3 of the NBA Finals will be tomorrow night with Denver and Miami. So we'll see if Miami can take the advantage there, down there.
I'm going to go ahead and go on a limb here. I'm going to go ahead and say this. I called the Miami Game 7 victory over the Boston Celtics, and then people thought I was crazy Sunday night when I said I see that the Miami Heat can get hot. I hate to be the homer guy, but I've always been Florida Gator, Florida Seminole, Miami Hurricane.
We love that about Tampa Bay Ray.
That's right? That's it.
Homer, but you're a good homer. You're great.
Brother, thank you. I love you, brother. And so I'm not sure what this series against the Nuggets is going to hold for these Miami Heat, but Butler hasn't even gotten off yet. So watch for Butler to get off tomorrow night, and watch for the threes to still fall for Miami Heat. I'm not saying Jokic can't get the Nuggets back on board, but Game 3 is now in Miami. It's a whole different ball game. So, I'm going to go ahead and say the Miami Heat going into Thursday, Miami Heat are up 2-1 in this best-of-7 series versus the Denver Nuggets.
All right, we'll see what happens tomorrow night. We'll definitely keep you abreast of that situation. Let's go back out to David. Peter was on 1010, the team back in the day. It was actually 10-10.
No, it was 820 to Fan, right?
Well, no. I was on 820 with TJ Reeves. That's another story because that's how I won my first game to the All-Star game. But I was actually also on 1010 AM at the time. I don't think they called it the team. I think they called it CBS Sports Talk Radio. CBS Sports Radio. I was on there. So David has followed my story. David.
Hey, true story. I'm going to go and
yes.
I'm going to share this. Brian Ungst, who, of course, ended up being a Mayor Seminole. He was with, at the time, it was Vision Cable, before it was Bright House Cable, before it was Spectrum Cable. I had just gotten my job in IT. I started with,
you got some fans behind you there. Oh,
there you go. Go Rays, right?
Go Rays. There you go.
Rays, yes. Go Rays, Rays fans.
Go get them on. Can you get them on?
I think they're trying to close that deal. But I'm almost out of battery, but I wanted to go ahead and leave you with this story before I get out of here. Brian Ungst, I had just gotten my job in IT with the city of Pinellas Park. Of course, now here in 2023, I've been with the city for 34 years. One of the best career decisions of my life. Brian Ungst had offered me a position as a sports director there at Vision Cable. And I had just gotten off the streets of public works into IT, and I had been studying computers. So I was like, you know what, Brian, I appreciate you. I stayed with it. But that's one of the reasons why I hope, guys and girls, you all out there, please share the show and please, tune in. And that's what we're trying to do here. I don't regret passing up the chance to have gotten into sports back in 93 because as a result of being in IT, I had a bug. I went to the acting. I went on stage. I met my wife doing a show down in St. Pete at the St. Pete Little Theater. The rest is history. 23 years, June 17th. I love you, Kathleen. But at the end of the day, we're no different than you. We're just talking sports, but let's have a good time doing it. But we need you to share the show, follow, and help us build this thing because the bigger this thing gets, and you guys are our core listeners and our core sharers, you guys are we know who you are, Christopher Cole. We know who you are, Eric Hartnett. You guys are our backbone. We appreciate you, but we need everyone else to share the show. Let's build this thing and see how big this can get because no one else is doing it in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, agree. It's a great time here. I got to do a fishing and hunting show. We shall see, Roger. Make that happen. You've got the money. We got the time, my friend. Ray, get some hot chicks. Come on, man. Roger, again, pitch clock can go to hell.
You want to talk?
Your shoe. Hold on a sec. We got another fan here.
I tried.
All right. No talk. All right. So
wait, is it going to be a girl or a guy okay, too? Because I had a...
It doesn't matter.
I try to get the blonde for you, Pete, but I can get the guy.
I talk to any Rays fans at the end of the day.
Are you a Rays fan? Tampa Bay Rays? Are you a Rays fan? Baseball? Come in here.
All right. Go ahead. Get him on the camera there. Make sure you direct him. Welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television, my friend. What's your name?
My name is Justin.
Oh, how you doing, man? What do you think about these Tampa Bay Rays this year? 25 games over 500. Pretty amazing, right?
I have lived overseas for the last 20 years, and I moved here 4 years ago, and now I'm nothing but a Tampa Bay fan, no matter what sport it is.
Really? Okay.
I swear to God, the whole time I lived overseas, it came on at night, so I didn't care, but now I live in America, Tampa Bay.
All right, my friend. I love to hear that. How come you moved from overseas? Where'd you move from originally?
I lived literally Europe, Asia, the Middle East, everywhere you can think of, all over the world.
Nice.
But now I found a home here in Medina Beach.
I love it. I bet you love it there. You got to love it.
I look really fat on this thing.
Oh, that's all right. That's okay. You're just having a good time right now. So what do you love most about the Tampa Bay Rays and overall about the Tampa Bay sports scene here in Tampa Bay?
Even during the COVID lockdown, Tampa Bay dominated like every sport, and I feel like we are just badasses.
Love it. Good stuff, my friend. All right, I got to ask you this because I asked the other guy this. Do you think
they're badasses, dude? Now I've never had like a team that I root for or a home team, but now I moved over here like 4 years ago. Tampa Bay, whatever it is my team.
All right, let me ask you this: Do you?
Yes,
how many Rays games have you been to this year? And do you?
I've never been to any, dude. I literally moved back to this country 4 years ago. I've never been to one. If you could hook me up with tickets, I will go and report on it for you, and we can do this all over again.
Well, I tell you
I am unspoiled, I have no fucking opinion. Let's do it, dude. I'm all about Tampa Bay.
All right, my friend. Well, it's actually 50% off Rays tickets this week. So
sorry for cursing.
That's okay. That's all right. It's passion here on the Sports Web. All right. So you watch this team all year long. Do you think they have? I know it's early in the process, but do you think they have an opportunity to win the World Series? In your opinion?
They could go like 5. Hell, they could go like 5 games. Yes, I know. I just came back to America, so my opinion really sucks.
No, but that's the easy opinion.
All right, my friend. Well, I appreciate.
I hope they win, dude, and I'll be there cheering and clapping and fucking rocking out.
All right, man. Appreciate you as always. Let me go ahead and give you the Thanks.
Were you military? Thanks for your service, brother.
Thanks for your service.
No, I mean you said 20 overseas. I appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate it.
All right.
I bet he was a Marine, honestly.
Were you a Marine? Hey, were you a Marine? 160 at the Special Operations Aviation Regiment. So no, I'm not a Marine, but my boy was from Warren. But I love it because he talked about the fact, again, the Rays. Go back. Let's talk. I want to do a show. I'm doing a Couple Ray this Sunday. I'm going to drop the gauntlet right now. I want to go back to 2020, not because I want to relive COVID, but I want to go back to when we were in the middle of pandemic. What had changed? What we could not do? What we can do now? The Buccaneers win 55. What did that COVID mean for everything? And basically, I want it to be an open conversation with all of our fans here on the Sports Web. So I've given it away. That's the premise of my show for Sunday is let's just go back and revisit this because we remember there was some crazy shiznit going on. Yes. We got to talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's go out to the comments and then we'll finish up for the night.
Yes.
With Roger Shue, we need a pre-post with Ray whenever it's available. And Roger says, Denver butt nuggets. All right. So final thoughts here on the Rays once again beating the Minnesota Twins tonight, 7-0. Go.
Final thought. Again, remember, I'm going to stop every time I talk about the Rays. I'm going to talk about the fact that we're not saying that this is going to always last because we understand the Major League Baseball. We understand how baseball is. It's the reason why it's 162 games. It's a marathon, literally a marathon, not a sprint. There's going to be those dog days of summer. Fortunately, here on June 6th, the Rays have not encountered those yet in 2023. They continue to put those victories in a win column. They're locking up winning these first games of these series, locking up beating the Red Sox for these season series again, even though the next time we face them will be Labor Day weekend here in Tampa Bay over at Tropicana Field. It's been a great year. We're not saying it's going to be all strawberries and cupcakes. I get this, but yet at the end of the day, your Rays, guys and girls, let's realize here, they may not be throwing stats at us every game. So many home runs since the 55 whatever. So many home runs since the 1918 whatever. The fact of the matter is these Rays are playing historic baseball in 2023 and enjoy it and catch it and raise up. Enjoy it while we can because it's always about the journey as much as destination.
All right, good stuff. Tampa Bay Ray, best of the Bay out there in Madeira Beach. Get home safe, my friend. We'll see you tomorrow night, all right?
Love you, brother. Talk to you soon.
Love it, brother. There you go. So your Tampa Bay Rays defeat the Minnesota Twins 7-0. Second game, of course, coming up tomorrow night at 6:40. Of course, join us here at 9 o'clock for the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. We'll have Harry the Greek. We'll have Leo Haggerty. Once again, we'll have Kelsey Nicole Nelson at 9:30. And then at 10:20, we will have Turnbuckle Talk. Once again, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Like I Love St. Pete, the Hub, and Amped Up Sports. And do three things for me as your Tampa Bay Rays are 25 games over 500. You know them, you love them, you got to have them. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And fans of the Sports Web and Rays fans out there, it's your time. Have a great night.